The life you want is not out there waiting for you. It's not hiding behind a new job. It's not hiding behind more money. It's not hiding behind the perfect morning routine. It's hiding behind a version of you that doesn't exist yet. And here's the part that's hard to hear. You could get everything you're chasing right now. The body, the income, the relationship, the freedom. And if you're still the same person on the inside, you would find a way to lose it, sabotage it, or feel empty holding it. That's not a guess. That's happened to people 1,000 times before you. They got the thing, and they were still unhappy because the thing was never the problem. You were trying to build a new life with an old you. Stay with me, because what I'm about to explain will change the way you think about every goal you've ever set. You've probably set the same goal more than once. Save the money, lose the weight, start the business, leave the relationship that isn't working, speak up for yourself. You get excited, you start strong, and then, somehow, you end up right back where you started. It's not because you don't want it badly enough. You've cried about this. You've stayed up at night thinking about the life you're missing out on. So why does it keep slipping away? Here's the question nobody asks. What if the goal was never too big? What if the goal was actually the right size, but the person trying to reach it hadn't changed yet? You keep trying to add a new habit onto an old identity, a new goal onto an old set of beliefs. And every time, that old identity quietly pulls you back to where it's comfortable. You don't have a goal problem. You have an identity problem. Here's what most people never realize. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your identity. Your identity is the quiet voice running underneath everything you do. It's the sentence you'd finish if someone asked, "Who are you, really?" If somewhere inside you believe, "I'm someone who always quits," you will find a way to quit even when the plan is perfect. If you believe, "I'm someone who isn't taken seriously," you will shrink yourself in rooms where you should be speaking up, even if no one told you to. You won't do this on purpose. It will feel like bad luck, like poor timing, like something outside of you got in the way. But it wasn't outside of you. Think of identity like the thermostat in a house. You can open every window and let in the coldest air, but the thermostat will always pull the temperature back to whatever it's set to. You can force new behavior for a few days, a few weeks even. But if your internal setting hasn't changed, you will always drift back to who you believe you are. This is why willpower alone doesn't work long-term. Willpower fights the thermostat every single day. Identity change resets it. Now think about this. You've probably been asking, what do I need to do to get the life I want? That question keeps you stuck because it puts the goal in front of the person. Here's the shift. Stop asking what you need to do. Start asking who you need to become. Not someday. Not after you achieve the goal. Before. Because the person who saves the money is not the same person who spends it the moment it arrives. The person who finishes the business is not the same person who quits when it gets hard. The person who protects their peace is not the same person who says yes to everything out of fear of disappointing others. You're not behind because you haven't worked hard enough. You're behind because you've been trying to act your way into a life that requires you to think your way there first. Once you understand this, something loosens inside you. The pressure changes. This stops being about forcing yourself through another list of tasks. It becomes about becoming someone the life you want would actually recognize as one of its own. So how do you actually become that person? Not through pressure, through small, deliberate proof. Principle 1. Decide who you're becoming in one clear sentence. Vague dreams don't build identity. Clear decisions do. Not, "I want to be healthier," but I am someone who moves my body every day, no matter how I feel. Not, I want to be successful, but I am someone who finishes what I start. Say the sentence like it's already true. Your mind starts looking for evidence to support it. Principle 2. Let small actions become proof, not pressure. You don't become disciplined by deciding to be disciplined. You become disciplined by doing one disciplined thing, then noticing that you did it. Make your bed and let yourself think, that's who I am now, someone who follows through. Send the message you've been avoiding and notice, that's who I am now, someone who speaks up. Each small action is a vote for the person you're becoming. Cast enough votes and the identity becomes real. Principle 3. Expect the old you to show up and argue. The old identity doesn't disappear just because you decided to change. It will show up right when things get hard, whispering the same old story. You always quit. This isn't really you. Just rest today, you can start again tomorrow. That voice is not a sign you're failing. It's a sign the old identity is losing its grip and trying to fight its way back. Let it talk. Keep acting like the person you decided to become anyway. Picture someone standing in front of a mirror every morning, saying nothing dramatic, just quietly deciding, today, I show up as her. Today, I show up as him. Not because it feels true yet, because repetition is how anything becomes true. That's the real path, not one giant transformation, 1,000 small decisions that all point in the same direction. Here's where everything shifts. This was never really about the goal. The goal was just the proof that the transformation had already happened underneath. Become someone who follows through, especially when no one is watching. Become someone who chooses discomfort today so that tomorrow doesn't feel the same as yesterday. Become someone whose word to themselves actually means something. This matters more than any single achievement, because achievements fade, but identity carries you into the next chapter and the one after that. The person who becomes financially disciplined doesn't just save money once. They keep saving because saving is now who they are. The person who becomes brave doesn't just have one brave moment. They keep choosing courage because courage has become their default. Picture that version of yourself a year from now. Steadier, quietly confident, not because life got easier, but because you are no longer the same person who used to struggle with these exact things. That person isn't far away. That person is built the same way anything real is built. One decision repeated until it becomes who you are. Think back to the beginning of this video. You believed the life you wanted was somewhere out there, waiting for the right circumstances to line up. Now you know the truth. The life is not out there. It's on the other side of a decision you haven't made yet. The decision to become someone different than who you've been. Not perfect, not fearless, just different. A little more disciplined, a little more honest, a little more willing to keep a promise to yourself. The goals you've been chasing were never really the destination. They were just proof waiting for you to become the person who could hold them. So don't ask what you need to do today. Ask who you're going to be. And then become that person, one small decision at a time, starting right now.